Good morning, class. Today we are on 4-6 homework, and we are multiplying decimals by whole numbers. And unlike when we're adding and subtracting with decimals, when you are multiplying with decimals, you don't need to worry about how the number is lined up. You will decide, or you will identify where the decimal belongs in your answer based on how many numbers fall to the right of the decimal. So let's go ahead and practice a few of these together. I know we did a little of this when we were preparing for fractions, and the ones that we did were not multiple numbers. So it looks a little bit different because there's multiple digits here, but the same practice. So let's look at number one. We have 0.9 or 9/10, and we're multiplying that by 7. For the multiplication piece, we're just going to ignore the decimal. Right now we have 7 times 9 is equal to 63. I'm going to put down my 3 and carry my 6. 7 times 0 is equal to 0 plus 6 is equal to 6. Now, I need to count how many numbers are after the decimal. Well, I have the decimal point here, and I only have one number after the decimal. So I start with my decimal to the far right at the end of the number, and I move it one place to the left because there's one number following the decimal. So my answer is going to be 6.3. Let's practice that a couple more times. Number 2, we have 0.6 or 6/10, and we're multiplying that by 80. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hang my 0 because I am multiplying something by a power of 10, 80. So I'm going to hang my 0. 6 times 8 is equal to 48. I'm going to put down my 8, carry my 4. 8 times 0 is equal to 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. So my answer here looks like it's 480. I need to go in and see how many numbers are to the right of the decimal. Here's my decimal, and I have one number to the right. So I'm going to start here, and I'm going to move my decimal in one place. My answer here is going to be 48. Let's look at number 3. We have 0.04 or 4/100, and we're multiplying that by 9. Okay, I'm going to ignore the decimal for now. 9 times 4, 36. I'm going to put down my 6, carry my 3. 9 times 0 is equal to 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. And 9 times 0 is 0. Now, I need to go back and look how many numbers are to the right of the decimal. Well, I have a 0 and a 4, so I have 2 numbers to the right of the decimal. Start with my decimal here. I'm going to shift 1, 2 places. So my answer is going to be 0.36 or 0.36 or 36/100. Let's go ahead now and look to number 9. Number 9, we have 0.17 or 17/100, and I'm multiplying that by 81. Okay, we're going to ignore the decimal at first. 1 times 7 is equal to 7. 1 times 1 is equal to 1. 1 times 0 is equal to 0. Now I need to put down my placeholder. 8 times 7 is equal to 56. Put down your 6. Carry your 5. 8 times 1 is equal to 8, plus 5 is equal to 13. Put down your 3, carry your 1. 8 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. And now I need to add them up. 7 plus nothing is 7. 1 plus 6 is 7. 3 plus 0 is 3, and 1 plus nothing is 1. Okay, so your answer looks like it's 1,377, except I have to go up and identify how many numbers are to the right of this decimal here. And I have 2, so I need to shift my decimal 2 places. I start on the very right, 1, 2, so my answer is going to be 13.77 for number 9. All right, let's go ahead and look at number 10 together. We have 940, and we're timesing that by 0.2 or 2/10. Okay, we're going to go ahead. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 9 is equal to 18. I could ignore this 0 here. It's not going to change my number. Now what I have to do is go and look how many numbers are to the right of the decimal. There's 1, so I'm going to come in and I'm going to shift one place to the left. And my answer is going to be 188. 188. Let's go ahead and do one more of these together. Number 13, we have 0.15 or 15/100, and we're multiplying that by 196. Go ahead and at first we're going to ignore the decimal. 6 times 5 is equal to 30. Put down your 0, carry your 3. 6 times 1 is equal to 6, plus 3 is equal to 9. Now I'm going to put down my placeholder. 9 times 5 is equal to 45. Put down your 5, carry your 4. 9 times 1 is equal to 9, plus 4 is equal to 13. Now I'm moving over to my third number, so I have to put down 2 placeholders and shift. 1 times 5 is equal to 5. 1 times 1 is equal to 1. And now I simply need to add. 0 plus nothing is 0. 9 plus 5 plus nothing is 14. Put down your 4, carry your 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 5 is 9, and 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay, so now I need to go up to my original problem, see how many numbers follow the decimal. Well, there's 1, 2 numbers, so I need to shift 1, 2 places, and my answer is going to be 29.4, or 29 4/10. For numbers 16 and 17, it says 3 runners started making a table for April to show how far they run every day, every week, and the entire month. Okay, so you have 3 people here. You have Cedric, who's running 0.6 of a mile per day. Shannon, who's running 2.4 miles per day. And Regina, who's running 1.7 miles per day. Now, in order to find out how many miles they're running per week, they are multiplying that by 7 because there's 7 days in a week. In order to find out how many miles they're running in the month of April, they're multiplying it by 30, or 30 days in April. So now you have a couple of problems that you're going to have to figure out, and you're going to have to write the equations. And I'm going to work with you on writing the equations. If I needed to figure out how many miles Shannon ran per week, I would multiply 7 times 2.4. And if I wanted to know how many miles Shannon ran in the month of April, I need to multiply 30, because April has 30 days, times 2.4. And now I can go down and I can say Regina, if I wanted to know how many miles she ran in a week, well, I do my 7 days per week, and I multiply it by her 1.75. And then Regina, if I want to know how much she runs in the month of April, it's going to be 30, because there's 30 days in April, and I'm going to multiply that by her 1.75. And then once I figure out each of those, I can see how far they ran each day or each week, and how far they ran in the month of April. Now, number 17 says, give the total miles in May for each runner before or below. So Cedric in May, Shannon in May, and Regina in May. You're going to have to multiply their daily distance by however many days there are in the month of May. Attention to what I said there. How many days there are in the month of May. You can go ahead and solve for each problem in the table, and then you can solve number 17 for Cedric, Shannon, and Regina by multiplying their daily miles by however many days there are in the month of May. So make sure you actually solve each problem here in this table and finish the rest of the page. When you've completed your work, you can go ahead and take a picture, upload it to Teams, attach it to your assignment, and turn it in. Thank you.